Welcome back, folks. Game number 3, our final match of the evening, where the boys are separated from the men. What are you thinking, Parker? eHug versus Leviathan. Who are your rares on?
Hard to say before the draft. I think slightly favoring eHug, maybe.
Leviathan dominated game 1, but it almost felt more like an outdraft. Game 2, it felt like eHug just outperformed. So I'm not sure where that leaves us for game 3. I guess comes down to draft. If the draft is even, maybe eHug will win. Maybe Leviathan a little more dependent on the draft, if that's fair to say.
Well, draft underway. Everybody's favorite troll warlord.
No way! All right, yeah! That's what I was just telling Dakota last night. I didn't get to see enough troll yesterday, and I was hoping we'd see him today. So there you go. Yeah. Sniper troll. Man, meta boys.
They didn't want to give away the Earthshaker plus Shadow Fiend was the problem, I guess, so...
They ban out this SF this go around.
Yeah, if they take the SF first, then Leviathans get the Earthshaker Quap, and you basically win the mid lane with Earthshaker plus either Quap or SF, or Sniper.
So I don't quite understand. So Leviathan don't have... First pick goes to eHug, and Leviathan ban out the Clockwork. You know if you're banning out the Clockwork, Sniper's going through, and you just banned one of the best counters to the Sniper. It seems like a very odd opening ban from Leviathan here.
I guess they don't really play Clockwork much.
Maybe they were thinking the Troll would be first picked instead, and they could get the Sniper themselves.
That's quite possible.
That seems a little more likely, actually.
Also, as much as like Clock is a somewhat counter to Sniper, a lot of teams just don't like Clockwork as a hero is not really one of the best offlaners right now. So teams.
Hey, some teams are first and second pick grabbing Clockwork. You know, some teams really like. I guess it was eHug that did that in game 1, I think. So
that's right. It was MJW Clockwork.
Yeah. So maybe Leviathan just thinking it's a little bit of a respect ban, though. MJW didn't really play well that game, so I don't know. Little peculiar. I suppose.
Leviathans get the Quap. They don't go for the Earthshaker. I think they want to make sure they have a good mid laner for dealing with the Sniper, and the Troll is just like, well, we can't really go Quap Earthshaker because then they get Troll Sniper. It's pretty potent there. Like, sure, you can win the mid lane, but then you're up against a Troll. So I think Leviathans, right from the start, have kind of reacting and playing from behind as far as the draft goes. eHug didn't fall into the trap of first picking the Troll. That would have led to Leviathans getting like a ES Sniper, or probably the ES Sniper, or maybe the ES Quap. And then eHug say, well, you guys just let us get the Earthshaker, so this is even better.
I think eHug should be happy with this opener. eHug grab Lion, or ban out Lion and Bat. Leviathan, they'll ban out the Axe. And thinking about this fourth one here, let me get you some Dota sound.
So mid lane probably going to be the Infinity Sniper. It could be Corey. We saw him last game on the Shadow Fiend when it went mid, but depends what kind of a safe lane farmer they have going. Infinity likes to play those tempo controls. We saw his Queen of Pain, 2 games in a row now? So we'll see something different for him here in game number 3.
So I guess Corey probably more likely to play the Sniper.
I don't know. I think...
Doesn't strike me as an Infinity hero. I feel like Infinity's a little more on the kind of flashier tempo controlling.
Yeah, it depends what they pick for the safe lane, because they may pick like a dual core, like a second carry for the team in the safe lane, in which case it could just be an Infinity Sniper.
Well, we'll get to see the Venge pick up here for the first time this series. She's been banned out in that 3rd or 4th banning couplet in the past 2 games, and now Skywrath coming back out.
So Venge Troll, good physical damage coming out. Easy sneak into Roshan and take that for yourselves, and we'll see Leviathans wondering what they have in mind here with the Queen of Pain will be mid against Sniper, and also the Venge a good roaming hero to maybe try and look to gank the Sniper. At the same time, Sniper with good range and the Earthshaker sitting behind is not going to be an easy pick off to find.
Skywrath Earthshaker, though, that's a classic duo, always potent in the laning stage.
Reserve time.
One of those support duos you really just can't go wrong with. Lots of natural synergy, great zoning, great defensive capabilities, also great offensive capabilities.
Great at fighting around runes as well. Like if you ever want to try and deny Quap runes, you get the Fissure into a Silence, like just a level 2 Skywrath with Silence and Arcane Bolts. You can find kills on a Quap. So Leviathan's going for a very strong support duo. Venge AA. They want lane dominance. They've got one of the best support duos, and they've combined it with one of the best laning carries in the Troll, if not the best laning carry.
eHug now, get the Morphling. We saw the Strength Morphling in our first series today. IX Mike with a good showing. I think likely to be the offlaner here for MJW.
Great with the Skywrath. You set the Mystic Flare, set up right clicks for a Sniper and Assassinate. You've got good long range damage, so it does
Mystic
fit very
Flare.
Well.
Talk about a full duration Mystic Flare with Ancient Seal on top. Oh, God, that's dirty.
Yeah, that is like the duo here. I mean, neither is even being. They're kind of both being played as supports. Even the offlane Morphling not getting farmed, but the damage output does not feel like they're supports sometimes.
Wow.
5 seconds
This
remaining.
is good. I like that.
And we saw just how annoying it is to try and siege against the adaptive strike
Reserve
spam.
time.
Like, it eventually worked out okay to go back to that previous
It
game.
requires a dance. A spam is the right word. A 10-second cooldown is just ridiculous. I don't know. A lot of new things feel broken before the counters are really identified, but the cooldown on adaptive strike feels just a little too short. Even if it was like 12 or 13 seconds, just to tip the ratio of that uptime. 42% uptime is just, I think that's too much for a stun that you can spam like that.
And it's just so nice because you just pick it up after your opponents have, like, they've committed to the Venge AA, so they can't get something like an Abaddon for the Aphotic Shield to get rid of it.
Yeah, two supports that are a lot more rigid in their roles
10
here.
seconds remaining.
Final bans come out. eHug ban out the Bristle, and Leviathan ban out the Phantom
5
Lancer.
seconds
Leaves it
remaining.
here to the Leviathan for the 9th pick. What do they want?
Reserve
Probably an
time.
off-laner here. That's what eHug thinks, at least.
Let's bring out the Pudge. It's
Yeah,
time. Game
this is
3
your Jenkins
decider.
hero. Honestly, this could be a good Pudge game, but they go for Zeus, so they
Dire
go for
team
damage.
pick.
Okay. I think it's still probably Queen of Pain mid, and this is going to be an off-lane Zeus. Or even an offensive tri-lane. Venge, AA, Troll.
Ooh, yeah.
That's pretty potent here.
And we can't forget that Shredder's very comfortable on the Troll. There's your mid laner for Puck, for Infinity. It is Puck, so one of those tempo controllers definitely fits in line with him, and that'll open up for Corey to take the sniper. But remember, Shredder was playing Troll before it was cool. Before he was in the meta, that was a classic Shredder hero from back in the day. So a guy that knows that hero quite well. High expectations for you, Shredder.
Infinity's Puck, another hero and player combo, which has been done a lot. And
Oh, yeah.
looking forward to see what he can put together. Looks like Chibi actually going to be the one who takes up the Zeus.
Oh,
So.
all right, so it's an off-lane quap for Jenkins. That's exciting.
Or even a safe lane solo. It could be the hero they want to send against the Morphling.
Oh, right, if they aggro try,
Yeah,
do a safe lane solo.
Morphling is not going to have fun 1v1 against Queen of Pain, I don't think. It's just not a hero that does particularly well in 1v1. That's one of the big
10
weaknesses
seconds
of the offlane
remaining.
Morphling, I think, is if you can get a lineup that can do an offensive trial lane and get a good,
5 seconds
just any good safe lane
remaining.
solo hero, Morphling gets beat pretty hard in lane. Kind of like what we saw last game with the Queen of Pain versus Earthshaker matchup. Like, you run an offlane Earthshaker, it's okay when you're just seeing back leeching XP against a trial lane, but in a 1v1, you're meant to be getting farm, and Jenkins was
Prepare
not
for
getting farm
battle.
that game, despite it being a 1v1.
Yeah, at least not until the lane devolved. And even when he started getting farm, it came at a cost. His other lanes, because that's when they left to start rotating and finding ganks. So here we are, the final game of the night. Best of 3 in the ace match, fighting for elimination. The good lucks, the have funs have been shared. And, whoa, Morphling's got an observer ward. Oh, no, what's he doing? I think he's in the offlane.
That's some valuable information we're getting out.
I
Who
always like to
needs
poke fun
statsmen
at
when you've got
spectators, like,
co-casters, yeah.
yeah, every so often, I don't know. It's just funny. It's like, oh, cool. There's a ward there. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that.
That's my response. It's
Dish
like,
it back out. That's the spirit.
shut the fuck up. Stop talking in spectator chat. That's what that translates to.
Well, hopefully they've got their
30
translations
seconds.
on lock here and they can read between the lines. MJW gets his ward down. There it is, loud and proud. It'll get some vision here in this corridor, and I think this blocks out this camp. It absolutely should. Another ward comes down for Leviathan, and it'll be in a similar type location. Help out the offlaner, give a little intel for rotations coming up to the high ground. And both teams will play defensive to get things started. Just camping out respective bounty runes. LVT go top, and eHug, they go down bottom. The other observer for the Radiant
battle
side,
begins.
right out there. Ancients looks like Shibby will grab the top rune, and Corey will grab the bottom bounty.
This will come in
Corey
handy.
going mid here for eHug with the puck-headed top lane. Let's go Skyreth around him, supporting him. He's done this safe lane puck, I think, last time I casted with Dakota, where he had a bit of support there and just got this really fast treads, blink dagger up, and then just ganked constantly around the map. And looks like he may even get a pretty easy lane here with just the Queen of Pain headed up top.
Yeah, it's definitely a different play style, but the last time I saw safe lane Puck was actually the last Star Ladder we were at. The one win that Puck had that tournament was that TC safe lane Puck, where he did a very similar type build, kind of like a safe lane Centaur style. You rush the blink and then just wreak havoc across the other lanes, and Puck is really a great hero to do that. Should have no trouble farming against the offlane Jenkins here with Skywrath to help zone.
Oh, yeah, Skyreth. It's going to be so pesky for Jenkins. Tries to get a few right clicks here or there. With the ward, he kind of helps him out a little bit. But Jenkins is not going to be able to get much farm. All they can do is trade blows a bit with the Skywrath Mage when possible. So the off lane for MJW going to be kind of a similar story where he's not going to be able to get too much out of this lane. Avenged doing the zoning. Nusham now with the pull camp available is popped down the sentry to dewatered, I believe, and we'll start some double pulls going. So both off lanes going to have a very tough time here in the early game.
Fear Darkness says, Infinity Puck, I bet all of my Dota winnings that he owns. Then the Super Meat Boy thumbs up. So looks like, can't tell if it's sarcasm or not, but there may be some confidence here from Fear.
I think it's Infinity's best hero.
Yeah.
It's better than this Queen of Pains. Queen of Pain's good, but Puck's better.
Yeah. Yeah, Queen of Pain's just hot right now, both literally and figuratively. She's the talk of the town.
S4 played 5 games yesterday against Aces Pole, and then he started streaming today. He's like, I'm going to do some streaming. Queen of Pain today, question mark? And I'm just like, you still want to play this hero? Like, what's wrong with you, dude?
She's pretty fun, to be fair. Yeah. She's not a bad puck
top
hero.
lane, by the way.
Bottom lane as well. MJW gets initiated on, but looks like the first blood will be up top. Jenkins actually gets it, wins the duel against Pandago. Though Infinity cleans it up with the turnaround. 1 for 1 in the top, and good start for the Radiant offlaner, even though he goes down.
Very reminiscent of last game, except this game, Infinity was a little bit slower to kind of help out the support there. Last game, he immediately blinked in with the Queen of Pain to kill off Jenkins on the Earthshaker when his teammate, the Rubik, was about to go down. This time around, Infinity didn't orb right away. I don't think he quite realized that Jenkins was going to commit, because normally, like, you harass a bit, Jenkins gets a few right clicks, then backs off. He committed fully for that one. Much like you did on the Earthshaker, but this time around, eHug weren't ready for it.
Yeah, I was not convinced that Jenkins was going to win that duel until the first blood text actually popped up. That was a pretty close call for him. And already getting aggressive on Infinity as that point in the dagger, so he can put the DOT out on Puck, slow him down, and just constantly harass him. MJW now in the bottom lane, trying to intercept this pull through. As level 2, so no morph quite yet, but has a waveform. Not really too scared right here. Takes a magic missile. Uh-oh, maybe he should be scared. Whoa!
Oh, no!
Stuck behind the trees. Can they see him? They eat through the trees. Good night, good sir. Flying Zebra gets that one, and that is a sad story for MJW there. Would have easily lived if he made it to the low ground.
That was a bit of a sad misclick for him, so good start for Leviathans. Get the first blood at top. Queen of Pain in a good position. Has a creep wave under the tower, and they're punishing the Morphling off lane. He's level 2.5, but with a death to his name now and not getting much XP with the pull camps being used very effectively by the Leviathan supports. Troll free farming, I guess, matching up kind of to what your Puck's doing, but in general, just feels like the kill advantage going Leviathan's way here in the early game.
Yeah, definitely a better lane setup than we saw in the last match. It felt very early on that Leviathan were just on the back foot. They couldn't really get that much out of their lanes, and here it's fairly even. Troll in great shape. Even this mid lane, Zeus holding his own against Sniper very well.
This
Shibby
Earthshaker could be in some trouble.
Out CSing him a little bit. Crit pokes to the high ground. He sees Shibby. He will just camp out for the rune. Big damage from the Zeus. Jenkins wants to follow up. There's an Ancient Seal there. They'll try to turn it around the other way. Corey, not yet level 6, so no assassinate. It's the Earthshaker that falls. Shibby getting credit for that one. Nicely played by Leviathan. Kind of dance around back and forth, but Zeus has the superior damage.
Yeah. I'm looking for Pandago, but he's salved and clarityed up. Much like Jenkins did, he's healed back up with his salve, so good start going the way of Leviathan. With another kill. Even with Shibby not getting the rune there, he can bottle crow and bring out his arcane boots now to go with this. Not going for the Soul Ring first. I think definitely like this Soul Ring first build that we've been seeing from most Zeuses. Now Fata especially goes for this bottle Soul Ring every game, even before he gets boots. And I think it's just slightly more reliable constant mana spam, but he does go for the arcane boots eventually, so it's a very slight mix-up in the build.
Yeah, the arcane boots, a little bit better when you want to group up as 5. They're not the best sustainability for just a singleton use, but we'll hold that thought as down bottom, a dive coming about onto Crit and MJW. 3 heroes for Leviathan, pressuring this tower, and they're doing a fair bit of damage to a Troll. Isn't even level 6 yet. This is without the battle trance, just laying in the right clicks. 3 points in the fervor. This is a slightly different take on the Troll. They will force out a glyph.
D1 tower's going down here, one way or another. MJW, I don't know if you want to go for this tonight. Chilling Touch comes out, and
there we go. He will waveform away. So is this your standard Troll build? I feel like usually the Whirling Axe is like a 1-2-2 feels a little more normal. A small variation, but
you can roach really early and also go back to the jungle fast with this. It means the AA can take over the bottom lane to get his level 6, and also, I mean, he's already got his Gloves of Haste. This AA is going straight Naked Midas, so he's going to take over the bottom lane, I think, while Shredder goes to the jungle. So that's where the fervor's good. I've seen, I mean, you mentioned Fear. He's done this build before as a safe lane Troll, where he goes for the max fervor. You pick up the Morbid Mask early and just jungle and go Roche, like even 10 minutes in, 9 minutes in, you can take Roche.
Okay, we'll see how it works out. It definitely seems like a fine build, and just a little different from what I've seen your average troll do. But
the Whirling Axis is great for hero killing, but doesn't help you farm.
So it's the difference of like the more passive farming build versus the slightly more aggressive, I want to do damage kind of a build.
Yes.
Where you look for value points on different sides. All right, that makes a lot of sense. So hit level 6 now, and he's got his Battle Trance ready to rock. Crit rotates to the top lane, puts a lane ward down. Looks like they want to try and pressure Jenkins a bit.
It's a Radiant Sentry, though.
Oh, right there. There it is.
They'll be able to de-ward.
That's
Jenkins
unfortunate.
wants to place. He doesn't want to go die for it.
Yeah, he pings it out already. No need to take it out now, but yeah, that's really unfortunate.
And just knowing it's there, even if this Sentry expires before you de-ward it, you can come along, bring another Sentry if you have to. It's like another 100 gold wasted, but...
That's true. Knowing is half the battle when it comes to this.
Yeah, exactly. Knowing they see you and it's nighttime, it can get that long-range fissure into silence when you think you're in fog, but that's not going to happen now.
And there's your Soul Ring on the Zeus. So just a very small alteration on that build. Maybe finding that kill did change the way he would have done it, since he just had the money to pick up that energy booster early on rather than pull the Soul Ring out on the Courier. It all levels out here at the 7-minute mark, and end of the day, Zeus has plenty of mana now to spam out his spells.
Yes, he's going for that. He went for the double Wraith, upgraded 1 into a ring, got a magic wand. He's going for a lot of early game stats here on the Sniper Corey, and even going into the treads now. Wants to just have maximum HP to survive the nuke damage of a Zeus, who could be looking to combo him down fairly soon. Yeah,
we see this pretty often with the extra Wraith band instead of just the one needed for the Aquila. Are there the power treads on the way? Yep, well, just the Belt of Strength at least, as Elgato flies in.
One Brave Courier.
Yeah, by the way, there is another Brave Courier. It is Cluckles, so the chicken and the cat, the two brave ones. I don't know how that came to be. Valve lore, I guess, the brave little couriers.
Yeah, this lore behind the couriers.
I like Cluckles. He's one of my favorites. I don't have him, but he's cute. He's adorable. Jenkins getting a lot of XP out of this off lane, though. Closing in on level 6. How's MJW?
Swung mid.
5.
So,
okay. So they've pulled the rotation here. Kind of the same idea. Sniper can move into the jungle and deal with the stacks. Crit will leech from there. Sort of like how the Troll's in the jungle and Nusham is just farming this lane.
Definitely favors Leviathans because they've got kind of 4 heroes getting XP or farm, with the Queen of Pain still getting some, not getting farm in the off lane, but at least what they're getting is this Nusham level 6, not to mention his Midas up. So this AA is going to be a very farm support here, whereas eHug going to have 2 underfarm supports in the Earthshaker and the Skywrath, and also the Morphling, who's not getting very much. So.
Yeah, this is really great. We've seen this kind of a strategy. Ooh, almost hits the Morph in the mid lane.
The Bolt, Thunder God's Wrath to try and finish him off. But.
Yeah, we see this kind of a strategy often when there's a Shadow Fiend in the mid, although this is in the safe lane where the core just rotates into the jungle, can farm very easily, also with a Jug.
With Dreamcoil top.
Oh, yeah, there it is. And it just opens up so much space for these supports. All Troll needs is a decent start in the lane. You see how fast he can just clear out the jungle, going from camp to camp now with that Morbid Mask up. Looking at the graph, it is LVT holding on to a lead, about 1,500 gold, 2,000 experience, and only 3-1 in hero kills. So a lot of that is coming just from the raw farm. They are up 1 tower, the tier 1 in the bottom lane. Nushi is now level 7. Maxed out Ice Vortex with 2 points in the Chilling Touch, opting to skip the Cold Feet altogether.
Just continue with their Ice Blast towards mid. Not going to find anything there. So this actually may go all the way top. Queen of Pain with a Sonic Wave.
If this hits Infinity, they will have some kill potential. All right, Jenkins goes in.
Okay, nice play by Infinity. He's going to turn around and go for the kill. Maybe Zeus ultimate. Gets the puck low. Shatter. Not going to happen.
Oh, my.
He could have killed Jenkins. He may have died to do it. He was 1 right-click short, though. That was very close. Both ways very close.
Yes.
1 more right-click on Infinity or 1 more on Jenkins. Either dies.
Okay.
I think Jenkins needs to just throw the Sonic Wave from Fog, but there's always a chance Puck can react and phase shift it. But if he threw the Sonic Wave before the Ice Blast hits, it could have, or like at the, synergize them perfectly, get that great harmonious play, but...
A noble effort, though. It's still worthwhile. Send the puck back to the well, and I think it's more important that puck goes back to the well and stops farming towards the blink than it is the Quap goes back to the well and slows down her farm. She's happy just to lead. So that slows down Infinity's timing here to start moving around the map. A rather lopsided game, though. Both teams with 2 cores farming very, very well, and everyone else in Strug City a little bit. Now the AA is starting to pull ahead of the pack because of that Hand of Midas. But
this is beauty. Hey, just keep throwing these Ice Blasts. It's going to get the kill for Jenkins.
Easy for Jenkins. That's the setup they were looking for up top. But the Earthshaker, no get-out-of-jail-free card.
That's the beauty of this AA sitting bottom lane. He's just going to spam the ultimate mid lane, top lane. You're not expecting every ulti to get a kill. You're just hoping that 1 in 5 or 1 in 4.
You're just
catches
throwing
a kill.
darts, man. You know, eventually you'll hit a bullseye.
Absolutely. And Nusham, and when he's not hitting them, he's still farming. He's still kind of making something happen for his team. The Troll's just been a complete jungler with the Helm of the Dominator. Also can not only farm the jungle, can farm the Ancient, can sneak into Roshan later on. He's now got the 3 points in Berserker's Rage, 4 in Fervor, so with the extra points in Berserker's Rage, Roche also gets a lot easier with the bash procs.
Yep, bash duration and also the movement speed just makes
They've
them a
got
little
the
more
smoke
elusive.
medallion. I think this is Roche after this camp.
They'll finally punish Nusham down bottom. He's pushing out in the lane and easy setup there.
That needs to happen too. You can't just let the AA just sit there free farming. But it's also a kill that Leviathans, when the AA is there alone, they're expecting that to happen here and there, and it's an okay
Looks
loss.
like Zeus going for a Midas here. Shibby.
Shrapnel's there.
And there you go. Jumped on by Jenkins, and they've got more than enough damage to bring him down, though. This time it will cost Jenkins his life. He ends up getting silenced by the Skywrath before he falls. That'll make it a 1-for-1.
Leviathans, get out, my friends.
Oh, this is a little risky. Crit doesn't have a fissure. Maybe their one saving grace here. Flying Zebra gets off the stun. He'll get left behind. Now it's Shredder on the run. No jaunt to the orb, and they will just back out. Ice Blast flies in, but eHug have already backed up and will not get hit. So,
Awareness from eHug, realizing what was going on there.
Obviously not ideal for Leviathan, but they don't hand over Roche. They didn't commit too much to it. And they'll be okay. MJW, whoa, walks right by Shredder. He's got the invisibility rune on. A little hard to see on the water-based guy. Need to set this up perhaps. Does have the maxed out adaptive.
The Mask Commander Sniper en route.
This could be bad for Shredder. Infinity on the low ground, hit by the adaptive, and oh yeah, that troll's going down, baby. Easy kills for eHug. And meanwhile in the mid, they get another kill on the Earthshaker. So not a great trade losing your troll, but at least they find something.
eHug's lamps just suddenly come online. Mask Commander Sniper, the blink on the puck. They've got their bread and butter items here and going to be finding pickoff after pickoff at this rate.
And also the Morphling at level 8. I mean, even level 7, that's when he starts to really hurt. And he's just going to keep loading him up. Sniper channels the ulti there, hits one with an adaptive, and oh, they just make it look so easy. Killing spree now out for Infinity.
Yep. And not sure they'll be able to bring down this T1 tower from full to nothing, but they're going to at least get some damage onto it. Maybe even see Leviathans give it up if they don't feel they're ready to fight.
Very aggressive wards here as well. Pandago hiding in the tree line, but they see the flying zebra. We'll take a look at Dire Vision here, see exactly what they see. It's Shredder walking around in the mid lane. They just have this little tiny corridor vision, but it's enough to see who's lingering nearby and who may be jumpable.
And with that lingering bolt, going to be looking out for him. So there's your bolt. Looks like they saw the ward here and also saw Pandago.
Okay, yeah, they do see this ward. They'll just chop it down.
It's going to be the end of the push here. This is where you probably just look to disperse back to your own jungle, your Ancients, and get what farm you can and give up that little bit of control.
Yeah, you don't need much more than that. Leviathan's still holding on to their 4-figure lead, but it is starting to dwindle as eHug continue to find pickoffs.
They really want to get into that Roshan pit at some point. It's not... I think they don't want to force it too much, though, because... Whoa, Zeus!
Infinity.
Middle tower is under attack.
Jenkins leading things off with a Sonic Wave, and...
I missed that one. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Huge burst damage. That was like a full to 0 puck. That is one thing that this roster from Leviathan has, the surprise factor, where you get hit by an Ice Blast, if there's a Sonic Wave there, Zeus ulti, I mean, you can burst somebody down full to 0 in just a blink of an eye if you find the right coordination of spells.
So for Leviathans, I think it's just keep trying to find pickoffs and farming as efficiently as you can using this troll in the jungle and at the Ancients. I think you go for Roche when it's safe. You get a big kill or two, take out the Morphling or take out the puck, then you go try to take Roche. And don't try and do it when there's too many heroes alive by being sneaky, because eHug have shown they'll be proactive in checking Roche.
Infinity blinks in up top, silence, then Dream Coil onto Jenkins. Will not jaunt to the orb, but throws it across. Jenkins will live for now. They turn it onto Infinity.
Almost.
Wow.
Gone for the blink out a bit earlier, but he wanted that kill.
Puck does get the kill first, though, so Infinity still makes out okay. And it is Ancient Apparition that comes in to finish him off. So 1-for-1, but I'd say a slight edge for the Puck.
Yeah. And that's getting up to close to level 10, 750 gold, so we'll see him work towards what I imagine is going to be an Ag Scepter.
Oh, yeah. I would be surprised if it was anything else at this rate, given how much he's... Seems like every time that Ice Blast is available, he's just lobbing snowballs across the map, hoping for the best. That's one thing Leviathan have done very well. Here we'll see a smoke rotation from eHug. Pandago and MJW on a mission of sorts.
This TP support, though. Queen of Pain comes in and may end up being the meat shield here for this gank. This duo, we've talked about it. The Adaptive Strike and the Mystic Flare, a lot of kill potential, but...
Only brown boots on Pandago, though. If they get revealed, Jenkins can basically just bring him down in one rotation. Doesn't have a Sonic Wave for another 25 seconds, but Ice Blast going mid. They want the sniper. They'll find him. Easy kill. Zeus gets it, but now the other way. Puck comes in with an orb, connects onto Jenkins' silence, but makes it to the high ground, blinks away, and will live. 1 for 1, Zeus for sniper. Pretty even trade, except for the Skywrath ending that streak. He gets a nice penny to his name. About 400 bonus gold there.
Still, yeah, it still feels like the snipers are maybe the bigger kill here. He's the main carry on the eHug side.
And Zeus has a Midas, so he's not really too upset about trading 1 for 1 when he can just recover.
It's a Zeus streak, but the Zeus is really far ahead as far as where he stands. I mean, the sniper is your big carry, though. But as like a mid-hero being this farmed, you're thinking, I'm doing good. That's space created. eHug had to commit a lot more heroes. They brought in 4, while Leviathans had heroes at bottom lane, heroes at top lane. And the Troll continuing to get his farm on. Yeah. 0, 1, and 0 for Shredder. He's unfortunately not helping out your
Shredder.
Vulcan.
I'm regretting making you my shot caller here. That's the only reason I'm salty, because you get the bonus for him, but he's just been playing these farm heroes.
If he's got negative points, does that mean he gets bonus negative points? Instead of like -1, he's -1.
That's a good question. I don't know. I hope not, but probably.
I think ending the game on negative points is very unlikely. I mean, he's actually got he's got 100 CS.
You have to be pretty low, because you get two points for the kill and 1.6 for an assist. So you could go 0 and 10 if you have at least like 10 assists. 5 assists, you're still on the positive.
It's kind of like the actual Dota 2 fantasy points. If you're going negative, it's been a completely one-sided stomp to get negative points.
Yeah, it's disastrous. Infinity seems like a value shot caller, though, man. Every game, win or lose, he has a pretty impressive KDA. Here he's 4-2-2, but he's been active. We're only 17 minutes involved in 6 of the 8 kills. Can't really hope for too much more out of your safe lane Puck. I feel like his impact has been noticed.
Zeus ulti spam comes out. They're saying that's probably the first one they've really used, just kind of liberally to get some scouting information out on the map, and we may see more of moving forward here. Especially maybe worried about eHug even considering Roshan for themselves as a bit of a surprise move they could look to pull.
Jenkins bottles up the bounty rune here. Level 11 on the Queen of Pain.
No items to show for himself, though.
Ice Blast mid. Is this a Sonic Wave? Comes in with a scream. Sonic Wave. It's a dead sniper. Does Jenkins pay for it, though? Courier comes flying in. Sidesteps the bulk of the Mystic Flare, but it doesn't matter. 1 for 1 again.
Jenkins is still active, though.
Yeah, definitely. A worthy trade.
He's just been kind of this suicidal Queen of Pain who's just trading his life for these big kills, be it the Puck or the Sniper, and not getting a whole lot of farm here. I think he's probably going to go for like a Yule Scepter this game. There's no way you get a good Orchid timing. Either a Yules or a BKB, but Yules you can get rid of the Waning Rift silence, you can get rid of the Skywrath silence just by using it defensively. So I think it's a really nice item for a Queen of Pain in this game. Morphling
got that kill, and that gave him the threshold he needed to find his Blink Dagger. So now we've got a Blink Adaptive Strike to initiate, and this is when the Morphling gets extra annoying. We talked about the lack of cast point on this ability, so when he can pop out of fog, it's very difficult and often impossible to react with a BKB or a Blink Out or anything to get out of harm's way. Looks like they may be setting up something onto Shredder here in the top lane.
Infinity can't really do this on his own. He needs that follow-up damage. The Skywrath has ultimate once more, though.
Yeah, Shredder's already backed out, feeling that it may be a little dangerous. Looks like SNY coming out next for him after the HOD. Nothing too crazy on the Troll, but is still farming quite nicely. Gold favoring Leviathan and moving on up. About 3,500 net worth, 5K experience is their lead right now. Some of it is in the cores as they're starting to pull away, but feels like it's more kind of in the support type area where they're just consistently ahead. Morphling getting a little more farm after that fight, but Jenkins kind of keeping up. And, of course, this Hand of Midas Ancient Apparition with very impressive farm so far. We're 20 minutes in, and he's about halfway to an Aghanims.
Yeah, the gold advantage seems entirely comprised of the Troll being able to be efficient in the jungle and the AA being able to take a lane because of that. So that's led to this gold advantage for Leviathan.
Even though Infinity's been moving around and finding kills, and I would say farming decently well with 89 CS, his net worth has fallen off a little bit.
Late game wise, it's just a sniper for eHug as far as like carry potential goes. Puck is going to be a big team fighter and have a lot of carry potential, but BKBs can counter him, which I think the Troll may get next, if not next, like after. At some point, he's likely to go for one.
He may get an Axe at some point, but it looks like it'll be Yules first. They pick on the Sniper once more, the same combo. This time they do it without the Sonic Wave, though. Swap from Flying Zebra. Jenkins has his ulti now. He could connect on 3. Dream Coil connects, but he'll just blink away. Breaks the tether. They have a general idea of where he is. He'll try to TP home, but it won't happen. Adaptive off the map. He gets pulled right back in, and it's a dead quap.
Pain of death.
Okay, works out that eHug get an okay trade. Still seems Leviathan's favored. Even with a 2-for-1, they got the mid-tier 1 tower. Shibby gets the tower, and that's his Ag Scepter too, so
Okay.
level 14 Zeus and eHug just keep losing their sniper. And if we talk about sniper as their only real late game
They get
carry
2
and
towers
damage.
out of that. Shredder gets the top as well.
That was definitely a win for Leviathans. Shredder gets farm, Zeus gets farm. You lose your Queen of Pain dying. It's just like, what keeps on happening?
But just think about how much space he made, though. Queen comes in here. She blinks down here. That's an extra 10, 20, 30 seconds that 4 heroes of eHug are all grouped up trying to find the quap. And, of course, her dying is never ideal, but there's time is money, man. That's good stuff.
And Nusham, he's spending his time getting some good farm in the jungle now. He's working on that Ag Scepter. 1,300 gold away. Even your support Venge, you've got a Staff of Wizardry, so making way towards a 4-staff, which you give it some time, you'll probably have. Probably most of this jungle farm prioritized on the AA, though, with the Ag Scepter being so close.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
This Zeus AA ulti combo, though, like a support Scarith mage 900 HP, he just melts with this Ag Scepter now up for Shibby.
Just have to poke him a couple times, and you're basically in shatter. Morphling has a replicate down. It is the sniper, soon to expire. Zeus just drops the ultimate, and he sees what's going on. Failed smoke here for eHug. They'll get absolutely nothing out of it. Jenkins, looks like BKB will be his first item. Ogre Club now sitting in inventory. Definitely makes sense with the way he's been playing quap this game so far. How's the Earthshaker doing? He's been very quiet, and Crit has a lot of gold. He's actually just about to get the Blink Dagger.
All right, that's something useful. Give them some more team. They've got so much lockdown in teamfight. Like, it's almost like they've gone over-invested in the teamfight. Like, this Blink is still going to be a big item because Earthshaker can deal a lot of damage with it, but they're not lacking in control. The Morphling brings all the control they need. Puck brings more, Earthshaker brings more, and Skyrith brings some silence, so... The Blink on the Earthshaker is going to allow him to get some good damage off with a nice Blink Echo Slam, but as far as actually locking down heroes, they've had no issues killing Jenkins when he's gone in.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, as this game continues to go on, damage will be a bigger and bigger problem for eHug. Sniper has really stymied his growth. He was top of the net worth charts for a while, but now he's just been overtaken. Troll up by like 2.5k net worth, a pretty big margin. You look at Sniper's inventory, and it's not much. Mask of Madness, Power Treads, Yasha, a great starting kit, but still not really hitting that hard or particularly fast.
We're approaching the BKBs now. Troll with one Ogre Club up, just about 700 gold away from his BKB. Making move towards the Ancients, and haven't seen that Roshan attempt again since that one try from Leviathans, and probably with good reason. I think they also just looked at this and said, it'd be nice if Troll had an Aegis, but it's not like we're behind and we're in a desperate position where we have to force this and potentially throw away part of our lead by getting Troll ganked out there, so...
Nusham, 600 gold away.
That is scary.
This timing is just unreal.
Especially if Zeus can hit level 16 soon. That's going to increase that damage even more so with the
He's pretty
ulti.
close. He's level 15. He's on his way.
Under attack.
Yeah, Troll 14 as well. Any other item progression on the Dire side as this kind of stalemate continues?
Doesn't really feel like
it's
it.
a double Midas for Leviathan also. We've mentioned it, but haven't really seen it in this regard. So this static farm fest absolutely benefits them.
The item progression for eHug is just all these eHug is all utility items.
Yeah,
MJWs,
3 Blink Daggers, 1 Yule Scepter.
They're about to get a second Yule Scepter. It's like, okay, you've got even more lockdown, more control, more utility in these team fights. Great. Where are you? How are you?
When are you killing people? When are you actually killing this troll? That's the.
And when are you actually using these? Like, these are not items which are going to scale into a 40+ minute game. They're not using them to increase their farm either. It's not like you get a Yules on SF and it's kind of like a segue item, and if you don't get any kills or do anything with the Yules and SF, the item's still good.
Right. You still enhances your farming in the jungle. It's sort of like what Troll does with his HOD or Morbid Mask is what SF does with a Yules for farming. But yeah, a Yules on a puck is not going to help you farm anymore. That's for damn sure.
Only now Sniper gets his SMY. He's, as you mentioned, fallen off since his heydays.
It hurts. And Morphling, is that the second Yules you were talking about on the way? Yep.
That's number 2.
Okay, Shibby, Invisibility Rune goes down, finds MJW. A Leviathan nearby. This could be a big team fight
the Ice
brewing.
Blast. They may go on the morph. The Ice Blast hits, so he can't morph.
Oh, this is a great time to have an invisibility rune. It only connects on the sniper, but we're looking at Radiant Vision right now. Shibby giving them a lot of intel. Jenkins goes in. There's your ulti. Drops the Skywrath and the sniper about simultaneously. Infinity very low on HP. Will start to bottle up, but Whirling Axes fly through, and this should be a dead puck, I think.
He's got no blink.
Yep, down he goes. A 3-0 in the bottom lane, and boy, Leviathan striking something fierce. Well, their hero's still pretty high. That wasn't even a team fight. That was just an annihilation.
They just know that all they have to do is kill that sniper at the start of the fight. Even if that's the only kill they get and Jenkins dies for it and they get a 50-50 like kill trait, it's still a good fight because sniper keeps dying. That was a fantastic fight though with the Zeus ulti and the AI splash. And more than anything, it was the Sonic Wave going through with the Zeus ulti that destroyed. Puck went from full to about 100 HP just from Sonic Wave Zeus ult.
Yeah, and I think at this point they're lacking on survivability. They want all these kind of glass cannon items. Blink daggers do not help you in a fight like that if you can't even survive through the initial rotation. They need cloaks, they need bracers, tanky items, something to get a little meat on those bones. Have a little beef stew for dinner.
Jenkins says, screw BKB, I want more damage. I want the short cooldown. He's going for an Ag Scepter now instead. I think just seeing how these last fights have gone, he's kind of just happy to go in, throw an ulti, and die. He's like, well, I may as well do more damage with the ulti.
All right, I can get behind that.
I can kind of.
I mean, it does give him some extra HP, beefs him up.
It's acceptable. Nothing wrong with it, you know?
Acceptable, yeah.
It's
Shredder says, forget killing heroes. I just want to farm creeps. That fight is his first kill of the game, 1-1-0. He has just been the farm machine this game. He does have over 200 last hits in 27 minutes. So it certainly has paid off, #1 on net worth, but really just speaking to how quiet he's been tunnel visioning on the jungle. Even in that fight, he couldn't even get there fast enough to get assists. The only assist or kill he got was on the puck at the end. The other two died before he even got in there.
We need to readjust our fantasy drafting, I think.
Shibby might have been the value pickup here.
We've been going for like all the carries, and
it feels like mid laners are a little more valuable because the current mid lane is all these aggressive heroes. Your Zeus, your Quap, Lina, Shadow Fiend, all these heroes. There's no way they don't find a lot of kills.
Especially with certain teams, like if teams who are picking Zeus. If it's Cloud9, you take Fata. He's involved in so much of the action and the kills around the map. Whether it's his Zeus, his Beastmaster, his Magnus. Like
Infinity, another great example. He's just always on one of these heroes that makes plays, always finds kills. And that's what the mid lane's all about, I guess. Leviathan, though, really pulling ahead here, GoDz. The biggest lead we've seen this game by a long shot. Now about 12k gold in experience. Roche, he's been a pretty big non-factor so far. He went down after that last fight, so there is now an Aegis on the Troll. Maybe it's finally the time when Leviathan will get a little more aggressive, bring the fight to eHug. I think this Troll's had enough farming now that he has a 10-second BKB and an Aegis.
They'll take objectives here. They'll take all these outer towers probably. May even just forget the tier 2 mid and go for a high ground push.
Puck actually almost dies here. Is Shibby going to find this kill? He does. That's a freebie right there.
Even the sniper got really low from the Zeus ulti. He was forced back to base, so they'll get a kill on the puck. Now they swing mid. Tier 2 tower at mid is just right for the taking.
All right, last outer tower for eHug. They're starting to fall apart.
Don't know where the comeback comes from. This Morphling is effectively like a support initiator. Earthshaker in the similar boat. Skywrath just doesn't do enough against the BKB of
This
Troll.
game has other issues besides the Morphling, but a good example of why the Strength Morphling isn't completely broken. It has a window where it feels completely just shit-can broken how is this in the game, but it doesn't just win you games hands over. You need the follow-up damage. You need the coordination to do something with the adaptive.
It feels like the Morph and the Puck have too much overlap in what they do this game, whereas if they pick, I think the Morph pick is okay, but maybe the Puck pick is where they went wrong. They should have had a secondary carry to go with the Sniper. Normally you need to run like at least a two carry type lineup. Like Leviathans, Zeus I would put in the carry boat just because of how good this hero is in the late game and how well he scales with items. Puck, you give him Zeus's farm, it's not quite this. He doesn't have the same damage output in the late game.
Yeah, definitely not. It looks like Infinity here goes for the Aghanim Scepter. Point booster already picked up, so like you talked about, BKB's coming. You need some way to deal with it. Though the last few fights, I mean, Shredder's had this BKB for a while. He hasn't even had to use it yet. Still on the 10-second charge. Now has a Blink Dagger. What is that, a Bloodstone out on Zeus now, up to 9 charges. Things are really getting rough here for eHug. The gold graph just continuing to move up and up, further into the favor of Leviathan. And I keep toggling through this dire side thinking, where's the item progression? And there is just none to be found. An Ogre Club on Corey is the most progression they've found in the last 5 minutes.
Yep. Leviathan spot the Skywrath planting wards, the GG ward above Roshan, and they know where most of the vision is on the map. Looks like they're going to group up towards mid lane. Only about 45 seconds left on this Aegis, so probably a bit short on time to go for a high ground push. they'll just get map control, farm the enemy jungle, and prevent eHug from getting any item progression whatsoever.
Yeah.
Dire's
Even
top
without the
tower
Aegis. I mean,
is
a
under
10-second
attack.
BKB on Troll is almost as good as an Aegis, honestly. So he'll just charge up to the high ground. Just needs to be cautious of this timer, down to maybe 20 seconds or so.
We've seen how good, though, the Adaptive Strike Morphling spam can be against teams trying to siege high ground.
Did he just assassinate that Alpha Wolf instead of Shredder? I think he did.
Maybe it was on purpose, though.
Okay.
I could see it.
Maybe.
Well,
I just like the way you said that. Like, yeah, maybe it was on purpose.
I could see it on purpose. You want to kill the Alpha. You can't
Dire's
one-shot it,
top
but
tower is
Yeah.
under
there's no. How do you
attack.
heal up the Alpha Wolf? You've got to send it back to Fountain.
That's true. Do they have an urn? No, they couldn't
like-
urn it up.
It's like deleting the Vladzor from the enemy team.
Give it a bottle charge. Yeah, okay. I feel you. It was the delivery, not so much that it's a crazy thought
Yeah,
to say.
yeah.
It's like, maybe it was on purpose. Like, yeah, maybe.
I think it was.
Okay.
I don't know for sure. I'm not.
The assassinate wasn't doing much either way, I guess,
Yeah,
is really
yeah.
the moral there. He's just...
I think he got more out of using it on the Alpha Wolf than he would have using it on Shredder.
Okay, yeah, well, that's sort of what I was thinking. Like, all right, well, Shredder will be happy to tank as much damage as he
Alpha
can.
Wolf
He's got a
forced to
free
go back
regen
to Fountain. He's got to make the long trek, you know?
Oh, my. He's going to be hungry later. Look at this poor little dog. Oh. Wow. Have you ever accidentally, like, HOD'd one of the little wolves?
Yep. Did just yesterday.
I did it yesterday.
Just
as well.
yesterday, playing with the Leviathans guy. I played 2 games with him. The first game, we versed a PL who soloed Roshan at like level 9 or something.
Speaking of solo kills, Troll solos an Earthshaker.
Looks like Infinity will get out, but yeah. So we had this PL who soloed Roshan. We're like, how the hell does a PL solo Roshan? Apparently, with like an Ogre Ice Armor, you can solo Roshan's PL. I still don't must have had a DD rune or something. But
Crazy.
the next game, I'm a Luna with a Helmet of the Dominator. I accidentally dominate the wrong wolf. I don't even have it with me as I'm taking Roshan. I can't even kill Roshan, and they're like, what do you get? I was just getting flamed by Jenkins, and Jenkins and Nushim are just like laughing at me. I'm like, I'm sorry guys, I'm not the PL from last game. I don't know how to kill Rosh.
It's so much fail. It's like not only do you not have it with you, but you have the wrong wolf.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
They just ping it out. It's like off in the dire. It's off in our own jungle. I was trying to suicide it to a neutral camp, but I couldn't even suicide it. I clicked the jungle camp, and I misclicked it.
Oh my god. It's like trying to pull a black where it's like, oh shit, I didn't use my drums in that fight. Quick, better use the drums so the team doesn't see. Let me just kill this wolf so they don't see I ever took it. I like that.
So
No,
yes, I have dominated the
it's a
wrong
sad
wolf.
feeling. That's one of those facepalm moments where you just go, oh, for god damn it. What am I doing? It's time to go to bed. I should have had a bigger dinner. Leviathan, they're just resting right now. Refresher Orb on the horizon for the Zeus. He's got 2,100 gold and the recipe picked up, so not that far away. Ice Blast connects on a few heroes here deep in the dire side of the map. I think Leviathan just happy to sit back and farm because they know how far ahead they are and how much they're out farming eHug. There's just really no reason for them to rush things and try and siege the high ground before they have all the items they need or some sort of a power play advantage on the field.
They can just keep getting stacked. Troll can complete Satanic as well as Scotty or whatever he wants to be getting.
He's got a blink, though. Infinity could be in some trouble here.
Yeah.
Shredder guesses right. Oh, God, is he
Throw
close.
the axes.
Shredder.
Yeah. Whirl him around. No. Won't get
All
him.
right. Well,
Blink south. Oh,
Very-
he's going to get orbed.
oh, okay. Well, he has an idea of where Infinity went.
No.
The Dire team's on their
Okay,
way, though.
I think
Shredder, you better run. He's, oh, God, BKB, get the hell out of here. Now the Ice Blast comes in, just hits
That's Dead
Pandago.
Sky.
Zeus ult. Okay. See you later, Pandago. And just like that, the Troll baits out another kill.
What face?
Yeah, seriously. That's just...
Well, that's rough times.
Yeah,
I don't know
AA
what
has
eHug do.
officially surpassed Infinity in net worth. So there you go. Safe lane Puck versus the position 4 Ancient Apparition. Boy, how the mighty have fallen.
I'm looking forward to this Zeus refresh. That's when things get really fun for the Leviathan squad. And just us in general, finding kills when these double Zeus ultis are going around. You don't know who's dying. Can I remember? Were you there when casting that Cloud? I think I was with LD maybe. The Cloud9 versus was it Empire they were versing in game 1. And there was just like refresher Zeus ultis, refresher AA. Misery had a refresher Ags on his Ancient Apparition, and it was just like heroes dying anywhere on the map from global game. It was absolutely insane. You couldn't
Yeah.
even keep track of all the kills.
I don't think I was casting that game, but I've only seen a refresher on AA once. I forget which game it was, but it seems like a weird item, but it can be surprisingly potent. Maybe. Just gonna feel the icy burn here.
So Leviathans are smoked.
Puck got a casual cloak. That's good. Look at this. 2 casual cloaks. Crit and Infinity. Smart plays. I like it.
Yeah.
Not game changing, but it is a value item
Small
this
things,
game, I think.
Especially with the Zeus refresher.
All refresher ags at that.
He could just... Where's the Ice
Radiant's
Blast
top
going? He's
tower
got one
is
in a
under
second or
attack.
two, and he may see this push top lane and
Radiant
just throw it
structures
with the...
are fortified.
there we go. This is a double Zeus ulti. This is likely to find some kills here.
All right, who does it hit? Just the sniper. I don't know that they double ulti
I
this.
don't think...
Radiant's top tower has
It'd
fallen.
BKB probably to save himself even.
Yeah, tier 1 tower goes down. And that's it. Just a small little fight. LVT, they don't overreact here. They just let it fall.
This is just a tough game for Sniper too. He wants to build damage, but against the huge burst of a double Zeus ulti AA, he's thinking like, do I even go for a Skadi, get more HP? You can go for a Skadi, but the problem is Zeus also has the static field, so in an actual team fight, you've got the percent-based health reduction too.
I don't know what the ideal item for Sniper. I feel like just rely on your BKB and go big damage. I mean, you know you're going to die, do as much damage as you can before you die.
I can agree with that. I think like a Daedalus is going to be pretty solid here for him. But smoke from Leviathans. They want to make a move here. They have Roshan respawn. They've scattered it out, but they want to find a kill in the team fight first.
Shredder scouts that onto Crit. He gets blown up. BKB used by Shredder. Maybe a little premature, but...
Could kill this guy with the... Oh, no, they used the Zeus ulti. They don't want to refresh it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was a regular blast.
Yeah.
Still, that's a dead Earthshaker. No buyback, and they move right into the Roche pit. He's got the right wolf. Yeah, there's your aura. Okay. And Medallion on Roche. This guy, the big boy's going down. That's going to be an Aegis going the way of Shredder, most likely. Yeah, he's got that Quelling Blade.
Roshan
And now this troll has a second life. They haven't been able to kill him yet. Well, they killed him once, but he's a tough cookie. Now they'll have to do it twice.
He's got the money for the Skadi too if he wants to buy it. I guess the Aegis takes up the item slot, so maybe he wants a Satanic first just so he can hold him to the lifesteal, but it's you're nitpicking things which don't necessarily matter. The big thing is there's a troll that can't be dealt with, whether it's a Satanic or a Skadi, or even neither, or just the Aegis.
We're at that point where troll is just nearly impossible to deal with. He's massive. Nearly 20k net worth. Sniper only at 15. That's a big disparity. And then after that, it's an even bigger drop off. 11k on the puck only.
Well, he's about to get the Aghanim Scepter, which would be nice as far as having a big duration stun to go with the adaptive strike, and also that stun that can go through BKB. Still going to be hard to push high ground. We've seen just more players.
I think they just need to wait for that perfect AA ult. Zeus' ult coming up in about 5 seconds, so just throwing more darts here. You know?
Yeah, try find the pickoff.
They can blow up 2, maybe even 1.
It's going to be a lot harder to hit the Ice Blast now that you are pushing onto the high ground, so they see it on the minimap coming forward.
Yeah, Nushan surprisingly close to the team. I figured he'd be further back to get the huge radius in that Ice Blast, but...
Well, how to high ground push? This is just... Sniper, Shrapnels, Adaptive Strike, Assassinate, and Shredder's suddenly down to about half HP, and you're just like, well, I'm not dying. I mean, it's not even about the age. It's like, they're not going to commit and kill me, but...
Yeah.
I'm also, if I just keep going to the high ground and try to get your tower, I will actually just waste my Aegis for about 200 points of damage on the tower, which isn't really worth it.
And there is a Hasterin in the bottle of Quap. Whoa, Puck. Okay, blinks back as he comes out of the base. I think they really just want to bait out the Glyph. If eHug used their Glyph prematurely, then Leviathan may get a little more aggressive and just start looking for some objectives.
And then Shredder can just pop the BKB even before a fight and just go for the tower.
Bring down the tower, exactly.
It's really hard for them to actually go for a high ground push when they haven't found that pickoff.
Well, now a BKB is up on Jenkins, so yet another item that they didn't have before.
Not an item that's going to help him push high ground, unfortunately. It helps him if a fight breaks out. Zeus ulti for scouting. And there we go. They're just going to commit. Jenkins blinks the high ground with a Sonic Wave. Doesn't quite hit enough. The Ice Blast in the pound, and down goes your Sniper.
And now Crit falls as well. Buyback's not an option here for the Earthshaker. There will be one on the Sniper, but that's the way they needed to start it off. There's your buyback. Glyph has come out. Sniper will TP in. No, it's MJW. Shredder gets hit by an adaptive, but does it really matter? He's still alive, still has the Aegis. Dream Coil on 4. Well played by Infinity. Secures the kill on the Queen of Pain. Now BKB turned on by Corey. They outlast the Dream Coil, and now LVT start to make the retreat. Shibby will get left behind. He commits suicide. Nicely done there. So it is a hold for eHug. Not too bad.
Just a Sniper buyback.
Just one buyback on the Sniper. So a 2 for 2 with a buyback.
I mean, the Zeus dying. I mean, Zeus is like all he lost was Bloodstone charges. It's pretty much an very short respawn, but
Yeah, but they do glyph. That's one of the maybe the big thing there. They glyph and the Aegis stays standing. So
it seems okay for Leviathans that fight. The
2 minutes on the
back,
Aegis. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to really use it.
Get a push going now would be great, but it's going to be hard. They've got to wait the Queen of Pain. The Zeus is not going to have Refresher. IX Mike made a great tweet yesterday. You can really judge a man's character by how they high ground to. And that was some ballsy play from Leviathans. I was just thinking, like, if I'm in their position, I'm probably just farming up my next big items on Troll. Farm my Skadi, farm my Satanic, poke away, wait for the, like, 2 more roaches before I push high ground. Leviathans say, nah, let's Zeus ulti and just blink high ground with
It was especially
Jenkins.
risky because they barely killed that sniper. The Ice Blast just clipped him, and it was enough to force the Shatter. If that misses, if the sniper's just a little further back in the well, he lives, you don't force the buyback, and that fight goes completely different. So, risky business.
Some manly high ground siege. And I like it, because that's something most teams would not have been willing to take a chance on.
Shredder plays a manly troll, dude. That's how he rolls. BOT is now up on the troll. Leviathan will smoke. Less than a minute left on the Aegis, about 50 seconds.
No creep waves pushed out, so they may be able to find a kill. I'd love to kill the sniper, but he's, well, tucked away in his base. It's going to be the Morphling if anyone they catch out.
Well, they would settle for that.
No one's... okay, actually, there's an Earthshaker at top lane. They'll see this fissure, but all crits stay around. He's going to blink out, and after that, you've got a TP soon, because they know you're there. They Zeus ulti. He's going for the TP. Uh-oh. Troll comes in.
Bah, bah, bah. Force staff gets the troll where he needs to be, and that's the pickoff they were waiting for. Aegis will expire, but they've got 50 seconds without the Earthshaker. He'll probably be coming up around the time they get to the base if they try to push this top lane. So they still may not push the issue here, but any pickoff you can get is great news.
Yeah, it's not really... They do all that work bottom lane now, like, let's go work on top. It's full HP, though. So Aegis expires. I don't see any way they try and go for this with no Aegis on Shredder. If he gets hit by an adaptive strike and some follow-up damage, it could be the death of your troll.
Will be a very fast Roche respawn, though, about 20 seconds after the standard timer here. So
good news for Leviathans.
Yeah, should be able to... That will be Roche 3 also, so Aegis Cheese right around the corner.
So what else can they... Okay, so we mentioned the troll. He's going to have like a Satanic Skadi in due time if he wants to. I would even say like go for a Satanic plus Hex. The Blink Hex build is something which I think is really kind of good in like these ultra late game settings, especially if you're going to try to be able to... You can get solo kills on heroes like Puck, who you otherwise can't kill.
Yeah, it's not something you normally think of as a go-to for these position 1 carries, but we've seen Shadow Fiends do it in the past, Slark, various other heroes that can blink in and initiate. It is quite potent. Ursa is another one that comes to mind with that Blink Hex initiation is very potent.
And he's got just the one ulti orb now, so Skadi's like that obvious, like, oh yeah, it's your normal line for a troll, but...
I see what you did there. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What is Infinity up to here? He's just like AFK in the tree line, hoping to make a jump, but...
If they go for the push bottom lane, he'll like creep skip waves, but he's not going to go anytime soon. It's more if they like push up near around Roshan, then you'll just take out the subsequent creep
I mean, normally I'd say, okay, this is cool, but...
Oh, he's actually going to go for
the orb.
Infinity?
Does he...
This is Zeus ulti if he blinks.
Why?
What's the play? Does he get out here?
Okay, he blinks back. He had a TP and he used it, I think.
Without merit.
I thought he orbed and TP'd, but that was weird. I don't know.
Maybe the bulk cancel his TP. I'm not sure. That was interesting to watch. Though. That's one of those really elusive heroes. Quap on the other side of the map gets the Earthshaker with the Zeus ulti, I think, giving some vision and damage.
Agony.
Nice. Jenkins has just been kind of the playmaker for this team, often putting his own life at risk to get these kills, but for the most part, he's been coming up pretty big.
Yeah, that whole setup from Infinity, though, I think in most games, that's a nice play to try and position yourself to skip creeps, but against a Zeus, if he just randomly ults just to check your positioning, you're pretty much dead.
No buybacks, no blip. This is actually bottom lane Iraq.
A GG push, yeah. I'm probably not going to end the game off this, but damage will be done. Glyph coming up in about 10 seconds. Shredder will get hit by an adaptive, but LVT playing this rather defensively, maybe afraid of potential buybacks here.
Just adaptive strike Dota.
Yeah. You know, they get the tower at least. All right, still pretty far away from the GG push. I thought, based on how they played the last fight around the base, I thought they were going to go straight for the barracks here.
Oh, man.
Ice Blast, make clip the sniper. He doesn't take the damage, but does get the debuff.
No Zeus ulti.
No follow-up here. Both on cooldown. No, he actually has the refresher, but we'll wait it out for another 15.
Yeah. We'll have the double, though, so when some of these heroes come back up, We'll see that come back into play. So Shibi can upgrade his Boots of Travel, can get rid of the Midas, get rid of the TP Scroll, maybe see some kind of, late game Hex, maybe a Blink Dagger with him, like the Blink
Veil,
Hex.
dude. Get a Veil somebody.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Nah,
kind of global
even...
damage. It's not really
true.
a value item late game because you have to actually use it in a fight.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're going for this more like global-based pick-off on a support. So, yeah, maybe you're right. Just start amassing hexes. Nusham actually...
Now we're talking.
It
may be a 10-second cooldown, but that's one less adaptive strike to deal with for your troll when he's pushing.
That's true.
You're just like... Morphling is just such a pain in the ass. Like, even if it just blocks that one adaptive strike, it's an extra couple hundred damage on a tower, on a Rax. It's just a little bit more, because this is a true slow siege at this point. As much as Leviathans have shown they're willing to make some risky plays, it's not cutting it. Morph gets a BKB.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the replay of that Infinity play. He orbed and tried to TP out, and then Zeus zapped him to interrupt the TP, and that's why he got stuck. So I'm almost positive he tried to TP home, but I missed the Zeus zap initially. So there you go. He could have just TP'd out without the orb, though. I'm not really sure why he orbed to reveal himself, but awkward nonetheless. So they also got, is that just a gem that they purchased? Looks like there is a gem on the Ancient Apparition. Yeah, MJW still has his. So now it's a gem apiece, both teams with map control, meaning there are 0 wards down on the map, except for this fresh one that just got planted by the Dire, but will be dewarded if LVT venture over that way.
So Scotty is going to be the item of choice for Shredder. No Hex today. Bit sad to see that. Actually, no, he puts the ulti orb on the Courier. No, he's going to go for the Aegis, so he's actually could still be the Hex. We're not seeing just yet, but...
Okay, and Shibi's got another Perseverance.
So multiple Lincolns.
Yep.
Like, you want to adaptive strike our troll in the front lines, have fun dealing with these Lincolns. You break it once, well, you got to break through another. There's, you can use him, I guess, is one thing, but you force out like a few adaptive strikes, and as I said, it's a slow siege.
Look at I was talking about slow siege. 32k net worth, nearly 40k experience is the lead for Leviathan, and they still can't really close out the game.
They're not even like playing it slow. Like, it's not like they're even playing it overly cautious. They've tried to go high ground. They did that one play where they Zeus ultied and blinked up and kind of had an iffy fight. Like, they've tried everything they can, but...
Well, Roche 3, maybe this is it. Aegis on the Troll, Cheese on the Queen of Pain.
Lincolns as well. Let's see what he can do with these.
Ice Blast, oh, it's a replicate.
I wonder if Troll even gets a Lincolns himself with this ulti off.
Possible. Puck doing some split push here, just at the TP scroll.
It's a tier 2 town, so a bit of gold going eHug's way.
There is a glyph here for the Dire side. And Shredder, the Lincolns, helping him out a little bit. Does take an Assassinate. Focuses down the ranged barracks first. They will hold the glyph for now. Infinity does come back, and we've got a straight 5v5.
Buyback set is pretty good for both teams. Most of the cores, apart from your Morphling having one. The supports on eHug, like a hero like an Earthshaker does not, though, which could matter if he gets caught out, since he's a kind of big, high damage output support hero if he can get off a good ulti. Ice Blast being dodged in the back lines.
But Quap goes in onto Pandago. BKBs, there's your ulti from Zeus. Secures the kill on the Skywrath. Now Dire Glyph comes out, and they will back out to reset. No buyback available on him. Dream Coil on 3 from Infinity, but where's the follow-up damage? MJW getting zapped down. They won't break the tethers. Nobody wants to get stunned. Instead, they just look at crit. Jenkins now blinks in, reinitiates, tanks an Echo Slam to the face, but still secures the kill on the Earthshaker. 2 supports dead for eHug. No buybacks, but Skywrath up in about 15. Now they go onto the barracks. Meanwhile, Infinity out of the base, trying to cut the creep wave, but this lane's already down, and they may just rotate mid. Ice Blast flying into the well, connects on 2.
That's painful. These heroes, they're not going to die, but they're stuck here. They may die, though. Sonic Wave onto Corey. We'll get him low. It doesn't look like quite low enough. We'll see in due time here. Jenkins going to pay for this with his life from the Assassinate.
Oh,
Corey
and he still
down.
shatters. But, he does have a buyback here, but now mid lane of Barracks gone down. Jenkins also has a buyback. Sniper will deploy his. But does it matter here, God? So much damage done to this Dire base. Shredder still has the Aegis of the Immortal. You can adapt him all day, but or adaptive rather, but if you can't kill him, it makes no difference. Zeus will suicide once more. Now Shredder taking some damage, slowed up as he tries to get to the high ground, hit by an adaptive, swap out from the Zebra. Now stun onto Infinity. He may well shatter, and he will. A kill for the Ancient Apparition. eHug starting to repel Leviathan, but so much damage has been done. Nusham will go down. This tanky mother drops the gem. And they'll just let it sit there.
Good fights for Leviathan. It doesn't even matter that you look right now, it's like, oh, 4 are dead. They saved the troll for one thing, so that would be the big, really high gold kill for eHug, which they don't even get. And eHug had to use buybacks to make that happen. The sniper, well, just the one buyback to Sniper, but that is still a big buyback for a hero who buys an MKB now. It feels like he needs something like a Rapier at this point for eHug to just kind of throw a Hail Mary and hope for the best, but that's all they've got as far as damage output is going to be the sniper. Next Roshan probably going to be... They're saying
Thanks, Nusham. Thank
is that
you.
the we want to push this lane drawing? Or
I'm not sure what that's supposed. I honestly don't know what it was pointing at, but there was some phallic imagery there all over the dire base.
To like 2012 Sing Sing and like when he's playing for Mouse Sports.
He's trolling arrows pointing at the base. Just I don't know. I guess he's saying we're pushing the throne. All right.
Apparently they don't want to go for the mega creeps. They want to go for the throne. That's what
the
Nusham's
style
saying.
points. Okay, we want to win with style. Well, at this point, I mean, look at this lead now: 40K net worth and experience. This is one of the biggest leads I think I've ever seen in terms of raw numbers. It is going to dip down a little bit after the end of that last fight, but this is just massive. And the MKB for the sniper, I mean, more damage I think is the right idea. Looks like crit maybe around the corner next with that broadsword. He'll go all in on items, buy anything he can, given his buybacks on cooldown. Aegis will expire in a little over a minute, so Shredder might not be able to make great use out of this one, but BKB, Satanic, that's basically an Aegis.
Yeah, it's very close to it. So BKB pick up the additional Lincoln Sphere, so they've got two. Doesn't have buyback, though. If I'm Leviathans, I'm maybe a little cautious about this. No refresher on Zeus. Okay, 20 seconds, he'll have it. Very close, but... I think feeling that, hey, Zeus may not have buyback, but at least the Troll, the Queen of Pain do, so...
Yeah, I mean,
they want to go while there's no glyph. That's the other thing here.
Yeah, man, they've got another minute and a half until that baby comes back. Creeps now on their way in. Shredder needs to be cautious of this Aegis timing. BK Beyond just lays into the tower from the low ground. This is the last lane of barracks. He's got blue balls. Watch out. Shredder taking a lot of damage. Aegis, but right before it expires. Now Skywrath Mage blown up. Jenkins may go down, though. BK Beyond not going to save him from the wrath of the sniper. 1 for 1. And the Aegis that was about to expire anyhow. A good hold from eHug.
Double Zeus ulti just for Skywrath, so. And very little damage on the, decent amount of damage on the tier 3, but.
Yeah, they get it low.
Was the refresher on Zeus, so. Gives eHug a bit of time. They buy the crit onto Sniper as well. Just probably feeling he's not going to have time to go up to the Divine Rapier, and maybe it's not even the right choice anyways. But buying what he can for the fight right now, because this push coming is the game-winning push if Leviathan.
Oh, MJW waveforms forward. Shredder jumps on him. Yules is there, hits him with an adaptive, but hit by the Ice Blast.
I need a Zeus ult.
I think he's okay. But still some good damage on him.
About like 400 HP to Shatter.
He also has a 10-second BKB, which was not used there. Now Shredder goes in. BKB on, just wants the tower. Still no glyph. It's coming up in a few seconds, but Shredder, does he die here? No. Force Staff into swap. Flying Zebra keeps him alive at the cost of his own life. Another kill for the sniper.
Force Staff probably enough there, but it was the AA using the Force Staff, the Venge using the swap. It's like, you just got to save the Troll. That's priority number one.
Save him!
So, Shredder,
I feel like they just need to kill this sniper once. Buyback on cooldown for another 3 minutes. If Corey dies without buyback, he is their damage. Without him, there's no team fight for you.
They're just going to keep fishing without the tier 3. Is there a gem on this dire side? I don't know.
There is on MJW.
They need that. The funny thing is, it's the most important thing this gem does now is scatter Ice Blast. Seeing the Ice Blast come on the map is going to be really important to not get caught out by it and then die to like a Zeus ultimate.
All right. Tier 4 towers taking a little chip damage here. One of them down to 50% HP.
This is the slow siege of all slow sieges. Let's just keep sending illusions at them now. There's really no other practical reason for this. You can get out a silence, but you got BKB. This is just let's send illusions at them and hope for the best.
This is a little sad, actually, how well eHug can turtle up around these last two structures with this lineup.
Yeah.
I guess the thought process here is fighting for elimination. Leviathan could get hyper-aggressive. They could dive the well, they could dive the base, and maybe if eHug can catch him without they have to do that like twice, though. That's the thing. They have to do it, eHug force the buybacks, and then Leviathans have to get wiped again. And that's kind of the only way I see eHug marching up the front lane to win this game.
And they could win like one team fight off of like maybe a huge Echo Slam from Crit, combined with like a big Aghanim Scream Coil from Puck. But then you've got to play around the cooldown, so... Doing it 2 times in quick succession is not going to be something all that feasible here. What's Queen of Pain got? Just an ulti orb now, so possibly another Lincoln's, possibly a Hex. They seem to be liking these Lincoln Spheres pickups here in the late game, and with 2 of them already online. We'll see the luxury of all luxury items.
You get enough Lincoln Spheres, and eventually they just can't cast any spells. I don't know.
Refresher Lincolns. Is that going to be the late game?
Refresher
10 Lincolns in one fight. If everyone gets Refresher Lincolns.
I mean, Jenkins is maybe getting a Lincolns here. He's got the ultimate. I think this one may more likely be a Scythe.
I think so too.
I think they could use one. Especially since he's the one that's been blinking in to kind of follow up. It seems like he's a more natural Hex carrier, whereas all the others are sort of sitting back a little bit more. Troll will jump in, but I don't know.
Okay, so Leviathan's next Roche is up. Let's go, go, go. Get that Aegis. Probably just going to start going on to supports at this point. This is the point of the game where Roshan isn't really that important because you'd rather, generally speaking, have like an additional item on your core hero, or if they die once, they're dying twice. But having it on like a Venge who has to swap in to save someone, I mean, maybe he just dies twice, but it's like, why not make eHug kill him twice anyways? Similar story with like an AA. Put a cheese on him. Zeus could drop the Midas in theory and take a cheese or an Aegis.
Yeah.
Pain without consequence.
Keep throwing out those ultis. Zeus ultis go flying. Ice Blasts go flying. They don't really land on much, but...
Look at this. Illusion's just constantly running in for the ranged barracks to do what little sure damage they can. I think he hit it once that time.
34 damage.
Woo! If that's the rate that they kill this ranged barracks, we're going to be here for a long time.
Jenkins is doing what he can. He's spamming that Sonic Wave on creep waves, and Gibby says, I want this Aegis. Come on, guys. Oh, come on, Troll Shredder. Come on, help me out here. Maybe they get the Korean, leave the Mant on the Korean. Shredder could take the Aegis and go for that game-winning push. That's a possibility, but yeah. I think Jenkins. Actually, yeah, Shredder does drop it. He wants the Aegis, I imagine.
He pings it out. Yeah, the Aegis goes there, and Cheese once again goes to Jenkins.
Zebra will play the mobile courier with the Manta style in his hands.
All right, relegated to courier here. Lincoln's up on Shredder. He's nice and blue, ready to rock and roll. eHug, they're turtled up. They're defending well. The gold graph is flatlined as they keep clearing out the creep shoved into their base.
It's flatlined at 35k. That's the good news. That's flatlined. They're not getting further behind.
Oh, man.
It's a consistent 35k gold.
I mean, the gold almost doesn't even matter at this point. LVT have more gold than they know what to do with.
Yeah, it's not really like so much of a gold lead when you're stockpiling this much money on some of these heroes.
All right.
Well, no one's at the 10k mark yet. But
no, they're not like that ridiculous, but they're pretty capped out. Very little that they can do with their money at this point.
Sniper is a buyback again, but feels like he just wants to be picking up a Deus or something. Right? Forget buybacks. You use a glyph, you use a buyback, and you're probably going to lose your racks here.
All right, we're zoomed out looking at positionings here. Shredder with Lincolns after Lincolns, and they can't even damage this guy at this point. He also has an Assault Karas, by the way.
He's dropping.
Mid lane, Jenkins.
Oh, I didn't see it, but I heard the side of it, and it looked like they went for Jenkins.
He eats the cheese and uses his BKB, but it does cost an Echo Slam, so I don't know. It's pretty even trade out, I think. Big ultimate, but big consumable. Replicate also on cooldown, or no? Is that the replicate? Yeah, okay.
Come on, Zebra Shredder. Gotta get some Manta-style toggling going on. Pass the Manta over, summon some illusions, and pass it back.
They just need an Ice Blast to do some work. I mean, the creeps are slow sieging for them. This one tier 4 tower, it's taking damage, Parker, down to 500 HP.
It's lost 182 HP as well. This is getting hype here.
They're doing it. Jenkins, he poked the tier 4. This damage.
Jenkins is out of control. Someone better deal with this. Like, whew, come on.
Dude, his BKB's on cooldown. They could deal with it. He's got 4,600 gold. Everybody with a buyback except the Skywrath.
They did another 100 damage to this range Rex at top lane.
Jenkins hit by an adaptive is the follow-up here. It is. It's a dead Jenkins. Okay. Somebody dealt with him, GoDz. Your wish is eHug's command.
Well, this is, I don't know what you do if you're Leviathan.
This is a stalemate. This is like...
It's one of those things, well, it's on a stalemate in like the classic sense where it's like, a stalemate in chess, it's like there's no way out of it, nobody's winning. This is a...
Leviathan will pretty much win.
I want to say it's an unlosable game for Leviathans. They're making it, it's a stalemate because they don't want to put themselves in a position where they could lose. So they're saying, let's play it the safest way possible now to win the game. We're not going to lose. There's no draws in Dota. Even if this goes another hour, we'll slowly win.
Yeah, I mean, eHug just have no options. What eHug is doing right now is literally all they can do. Just sit in the base, push out the creeps, and try not to let them hit their valuable structures. And Slowly but surely, this tier 4 tower, it's getting low. This one's about to go down. It's getting close to deny range. Aegis. Minute and a half left. You can hear the crickets. Maybe they should just take over the cast at this point. 60 minutes. We passed the hour mark. Turns nighttime once more.
Feeling like a true 60-minute game too. But some of these games, it's like, what, 60 minutes? What's going on here?
No, this
went by quickly. No, but Leviathan's going for that luxury 7th item refresher now on your Troll Warlord.
Luxury refreshers, boys. Okay, okay. No Rapier yet on either side. Is anyone kind of close to it?
Got some items. So what's happening on this Curious? Shibi's got an ulti orb. He's gonna buy a Hex, it looks like.
Oh,
I don't know what's
loaded up.
At this point, it's like, what items are gonna change anything?
So
I don't see anything being like drastically increasing their ability to end this game.
So Nusham going for a Hex, Shibi going for a Hex, and Shredder going for a refresher. Yeah. So that's double Hex on Shibi and Nushi.
And Jenkins has an ulti orb, so in theory he'll have a Linken's or a Hex at some point. Wanting to have buyback.
All of a sudden, triple Hex, is that what's going to win this game? They'll blink into the base and just Hex all of eHug, just turn him into a Zoo. That's not the worst idea ever. All right, Zoo Salt, Ice Blast comes in.
Then he dodges it. This gem is saving lives here for MJW. These Ice Blast dodges, definitely handy.
All right, Lincoln's also saving lives against Assassinate. This is what happens when defense versus defense happens. Everyone just stands to each other and throws pebbles. They did lose a tier 4 tower, though.
And this range Rax is down to half HP.
I mean, Leviathan is making progress here. It's very slow progress, but it's progress.
Say what you want. Yeah, exactly. There is progress being made. And Jenkins will head back bottom lane. Try and make some progress on the other tier 4 tower, perhaps.
All right, Jenkins, let's see this split push.
Yeah.
4 minutes on Roche.
Okay, it'll be I mean, it doesn't even matter. Long Roche respawn, high Roche, short Roche respawn. Yeah, it's whatever. Jenkins will come poke. Even if he gets caught out, as long as they're making progress on the tier 4 towers, it's still... He BKBs! He just BKBs and gets like 2 right clicks on the tower and he blinks out.
Oh my god.
Progress, Andrew, progress.
Oh, on the other side of it, they're going for the ranged barracks. Shredder, he'll BKB as well, but he snaps the tether. The big stun from the Puck upgraded ult. Swap out from the Zebra. They may go down. Adaptive strike onto Shredder. He doesn't have an Aegis. Shredder, you're going to have to fight this one. Can he use anything? No, he's dead. Okay.
Your split push, though. Jenkins gets 2 more right clicks on the tier 4 tower. They're really taking it deep, Andrew.
All right, down below 900 HP. eHug holding on. Troll, he's dead.
Yeah, I guess he's dead. That's accurate. That's factually accurate.
Hex for Jenkins. I mean, I just feel like eHug really can't do anything. They just have to sit
Sniper
here.
Rapier. Here we go. Korea. Oh, he's got a Daedalus. He's got so much money. He's got 6K, but.
I mean, do you have anything to lose by getting the Rapier at this point?
Even just having if you having a Rapier at the fountain, so if you have to buy back, you can like drop your Sand and Yash and take the Rapier, but not have your Rapier on your main life. So it's like a last ditch effort. Like, I just died, I bought back, and
he almost has enough gold to buy the Rapier and still have buyback. I hope one of you has work in the morning. Wrecked. And the smack talk begins. All right, massive Scythe of Vices. One on the Zeus, one on the Quap.
I've got work in the morning, Andrew. What is this? Show some respect, Leviathans.
Nusham, he'll have his Hex coming up too.
Fandango. Clipped by an Ice Blast. 1 Zeus ulti. Second one, don't think it'd do enough damage. Just got the clip on the Ice Blast.
Pandago got an Atos also, so he's a little beefier. Oh, Jenkins. BKB clears out the creep wave and just blinks out.
You may get hit by another step. Ooh, the Hex is there. Adaptive follow-up, not going to be in... Oh, with the Yule?
He might be able to blink out. All right, that's a little space creation.
It's pretty scary. Morphling can just chase you so far with the blink, the waveform.
See, now they just need to do that when the rest of the team is smoked up to move into the base. Ranged Barracks is still alive with 29 hit points. Ice Blast. Nope.
So, yeah, Range Rack's not really the big...
No, not the prize gem. I don't think they'll be able to just Zerg the melee racks. They're going to have to force out this glyph first. BOTs on the Sniper, no Rapier.
This is where you'd like want your Venge to transition to a carry maybe if you're Leviathans. You got the Battle Trance with Venge with some damage items. AA's got The Hex, I think you ideally want a refresher, just because you're sitting back throwing Ice Blast. You're not really getting into the fights as much, but you never know what's going to come your way. Buyback status, a lot of buybacks.
Yep.
Basically 8 once Morphling farms another 100 gold.
Yeah, Puck is the big one missing it right now. What did he pick up? Oh, he got the Maelstrom. And then another Ultimate Orb. So Puck looking for some creep clear.
Unfortunately, Ice Blast doesn't do damage to racks.
Yeah. And unfortunately for eHug, they don't have a Treant Protector. Heal this baby back up.
Well, here we go.
All right, refresher on Shredder.
Round 32.
Double Battle Trance, double Satanic, double BKB.
Yeah, that should be... it should be pretty potent, but who knows? He's got the Manta Style on the Venge. He's going to summon some illusions, put the Manta Style back down, and...
Wait, hold the phone. Roche is up again. This is Roche number...
There we go. The Manta Illusion's got the range racks.
Okay, more progress. Jenkins goes in. There's a Zeus ult. Sonic Wave. Well, it catches the air. Second Zeus ult. Maybe they'll get some shatters. Jenkins may go down. A swap from the Zebra, but Shredder, he just wants barracks. Glyph comes out. Can Shredder bring it down? No, it'll cost him his life. Puck, the only one dead for now. A lot of low health heroes on the Dire, but Ancient Apparition getting shatters all over the place. It may cost Nushi his life. He falls as well. A 2 for 2, but they force out the Glyph.
Okay, so Glyph is what they got out of that. They don't have to use their buybacks. They can wait out the respawns and then go for another push with buybacks and no Glyph. So they can basically suicide the racks because they have the buybacks to fall back on. Although, if they don't get the racks and then have to use buybacks,
that's when
then you reset. Then we reset and we're back to where we were 15, 20 minutes ago.
Okay,
and
so...
eHug are gaining gold at this point. Like, your sniper has got 8k gold. This may be Divine Rapier time. He's headed towards the secret shop, it looks like, and just drop this bloody Sanjin Yasha or something and get a Rapier.
All right. So I guess they could wait for the respawns, go into Roche, and then still go to the base and have that second life before the Aegis comes up. There it is. Divine on the sniper. Smart choice from Corey, and definitely the time for it. Now he's got the big damage. Oh, my. This is turning into a pretty tense game here.
30 seconds on your troll. Even just getting an Aegis for like your Earthshaker, so if they get sniped by Zeus ultis and Ice Blast, they can have a second life. I mean, an Aegis on a support on eHug side matters a lot more, but they're not going to go for it.
Zeus ult just to see if they're in Roche, scout things out, see what's going on. Sees all of eHug turtled up in the base for now. Looks like they'll make the move towards the Roche pit. You know, with the Glyph down though, this is pretty scary. Leviathan, I think it's definitely worth it. If they trade 5 for nil but get the barracks, I think that's still worth it at this stage. Even with a Rapier, holding off Megas is not an easy task. Shibby though, he may get jumped. Lincoln's is there, that helps him out, but is it going to be enough? This should be a dead Zeus. He's got no out. Slam Dunk is there. Earthshaker ends the unstoppable streak. It's a huge penny for that.
And that was when they wanted to go push and just try get this last Rax probably while the Glyph was on cooldown. So now they go for Roche instead, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. I guess that
looks like they will go for Roche.
Doesn't
Zeus
look like
has the Bloodstone down to 4 charges. That was an awkward play.
They smoked up. I think they smoked maybe in sight there.
Oh, but the sniper's not smoked. Okay, Roche has already fallen. Aegis gets picked up by the Quap this time. Cheese probably goes to Nushi. Nope, over to the Venge. Here we go. Here's the jump. They jump onto Shredder, though. Jenkins, BKB on. Does Shredder live? He gets swapped down to the low ground, but taking huge damage from the Sniper. Now Sniper gets hexed up. Nusham force-stabbed onto the high ground. They've already lost their Venge, and now Sniper will continue to pursue. Kills Jenkins. Is this the turn from eHug? It's a 4 for 1. But the split push from Jenkins. He's headed towards the base, and he backs up.
Feels like Jenkins could benefit a lot from just like a Desolator instead of like... I guess the Ags is nice for clearing waves, so he doesn't really have money for Deso and buyback, but... I feel like the Deso could have done more than the Hex. The problem isn't... like they've got all these extra Hexes on the AA, the Zeus... Having some extra physical damage is what they're missing. That's where the Venge or the Quap needed to transition to some physical damage here. And well, Glyph is going to come back up. This last melee Rax is maybe all eHug need. They've got the Sniper now getting a Butterfly to replace his Sanjin Yasha in a second once he gets another 1,000 gold. Oh, he's got it now. It's on the Courier, so he has Butterfly and buyback.
Okay, it's
weird because
a little
Leviathans
scary.
have so much control and lockdown with the hexes they've got, there's like a double hex from a Zeus, your AA's got a hex, your Quap's got a hex.
They just can't get to him.
They never get to use these spells.
Yeah,
or these items.
They were starting off by just annihilating the sniper. You get hit by an Ice Blast, they'd follow up with just the burst damage from Jenkins. That was great 30 minutes ago. Now that we're 70 minutes in, the sniper just does, you can't close the gap. He does too much damage from afar.
And the Morphling is just in the front lines, initiating with his hex and adaptive strike before Leviathans get their jump.
Yeah.
It just seems like Morphling is always the one getting the jump.
Yeah, I think at this point, I think Leviathan need bait. I think they need to put somebody that looks pretty fresh and juicy and then have some kind of a wraparound. Someone has to jump on the sniper. And
or use that like Zeus ulti for vision and then you get the jump using the Zeus ulti for vision.
They have to initiate on sniper, and that's not something they've been able to do in the past couple fights. And now Leviathan, they're all spread out. Oh, Jenkins and Shredder, they're going to get jumped on. MJW comes in. Shredder, dunk, in big trouble. He'll get hexed and he's dead. Troll Warlord in the grave once more. Queen of Pain lives, but ganks like these are exactly what eHug needs.
Going eHug's way. Still eHug approaching. Okay, they're obviously making ground here, but at some point they're going to reach a point where they've made up all the ground they can because they're going to be maxed out. Sniper is 6-slotted.
I don't know
what you get, what you replace. You could replace like the MKB with a Rapier if you want, if you decide you don't need the True Strike, which maybe you don't without a Butterfly up, but basically your 6-slot on your Sniper. Your Puck and your Morphling are transitioning into some damage and wave clear with both getting Maelstroms, which is great against the super creep lanes. But for the most part, eHug are reaching that capped out point of items. They could get a Refresher on Crit's Earthshaker, which is probably one of the bigger late game items, so they've made a lot of ground, but at some point they're going to reach a roadblock where, okay, our Sniper's now 6-slotted, we can keep getting these kills, but how are we pushing and ending this game? Because as soon as you try and push into Leviathans, that's where Leviathans can get the jump. The reason Leviathans can't get the jump use these
because they're backed up in the base.
Yeah.
You can't wrap around. You can't come from behind the sniper when he's at the tier 4s.
They're the aggressors, and it's a lot easier when you're defending.
Oh, Pandago could die here. If they can hit him with an Ice Blast, it'll be a shatter.
Didn't want to use the Refresher. Okay, he did use the Refresher on Zeus, just for the Skywrath kill. But I mean, it's like, what else are you doing if you're Leviathan?
Yeah, Skywrath does not have a buyback here, although he's also not the biggest threat.
Skywrath Mage.
Queen of Pain with an Oblivion Staff. I guess Refresher coming out for old Jenky.
Get some damage. Get a Deso, man. That's what he needs.
Just get some damage.
I don't know if he needs what he needs.
Get an MKB, Brock. Come on.
Like we saw earlier when they were pushing Toppers 4 and he was like just poking at the tier 4s. Like just get a bit of extra damage from a Desolator. Seems to matter more. I mean, I guess now they have, what, 5 hexes with the Refresher hexes in a fight? Although that's one of the things, like, it's easy to say on paper they have 5 hexes, but they're using the Refresher to refresh the Zeus ultimate more than they are to refresh the hex.
Yeah. You know, if eHug win this game, is this the biggest lead you've seen lose? Because I think it might be for me. Nearly 40K net worth. I think that's a new personal best.
I've seen 30K. I think it was like the old school Titan when they had the Miracle Naga Siren, but I don't think anything as high as 40 has ever been done.
Well, we could be making history here, GoDz. If this keeps up, eHug they're grinding their way back. They're only behind by 20K now. It's feeling still very Leviathan's favored despite all the momentum going eHug's way. Like it's easy to say like, oh, the comeback's happening. Like they're throwing, but eHug are still the ones who have a lot of work cut out for them to ever be able to push and end this game. Yeah.
Still, and there's just so much hex, so many late game items on the Leviathan side, but. Another Lincoln's Venge, Flying Zebra says, I'll get one more for our team.
Is Leviathan, could they get to a Rapier themselves? I mean, can you get a Rapier on the Troll? Is that even worth it?
It's okay. I guess you can it gives you more damage during that only 5 seconds BKB duration. I guess you got the refresh BKB.
I'm just trying to think of like anything that Leviathan can do to seal the deal of this game. This is where you got to dig deep and do something creative. Like,
item-wise, no.
Get a Rapier and put it on the ground so they come running for it, then jump on them. Like, something crazy, you know, purposefully suicide your Ancient Apparition into their base so that they get confused and you jump on them. Like, they're at the point where they need to do something crazy.
So they have all these hexes. And I mentioned the Troll a long time ago going for Blink Hex. I think they didn't have good initiation. Even when having Hex, you want to have the Blink Hex. And that's now what AA's just bought a Hex, a Blink Dagger, and so is Zeus. He sold his Bloodstone for a Blink. So they've now got double Blink Hex. This is a much better initiation.
All right, here we go. Jenkins right onto the sniper. They bring him down. It's a Rapier that hits the deck, but where to go? Who gets it? Jenkins picks it up. He's hexed up. Sniper will buy back straight away, but this could finally be your GG fight. Shredder, BKB stunned up. He's got the Lincoln Sphere, but what an echo from Crit. Does good damage and kills Shredder. Now the Zebra hexed up, and he'll try to run. Nushi stays at the base. The sacrificial lamb for the Queen of Pain to scoot away with the mighty, mighty Rapier. It's a 1 for 2. Buyback on the sniper, but they lose their prize gem.
Okay.
Arshy blows.
Thought Leviathans may just go for a buyback GG push with the Troll AA, but they want to take it the safe route. Not if they buy back and go for a push, and then for whatever reason Troll dies, they lose the game. So they're saying safety first. They've got the Rapier.
Safety first.
Queen of Pain. Not. I guess we'll still go for the refresher because you can now have just double BKB and attack buildings, but Sniper may say no to that with his physical damage.
Well, if Dota doesn't work out for Leviathans, I think they've got a career in sex education, man. These guys know how to play it safe. I don't know if the Rapier on Queen of Pain is really good, though. She's not your ideal carrier, and it's mostly because Jenkins is your front liner for the most part. We see every fight, as soon as it initiates, he's BKB, blinks forward. That's how the fight starts. Maybe they can just do like a split push play with all of his extra damage, and he just goes for tier 4s. I don't know. Random gems just hanging out on the ground that no one cares about.
Not often you go for a late game hood, but that's exactly what Pandago's done as Scarab Mage.
80-minute pipe? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know about the pipe. I mean, why not? It's like you may as well spend some money on something.
Yeah, I mean, slots are becoming an issue for him. I guess it does help mitigate some of the damage. Zeus
Oh
goes for a
God,
Necro Book. I mean, this is like
Whoa.
7-slot item. I just want some more Zoo.
I don't know if that. I mean, Sniper just says, "Okay, thanks for the gold." I mean, it doesn't matter if you feed Sniper gold with the Necro Book. Sniper is well, he's actually kind of
farm
lacking
back
money.
another Rapier, GoDz.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, it does matter. He's only at 1,100 gold. Doesn't buy back.
But you're right. It's not a huge deal. It's a weird. This is weird. This is getting funky. Jesus. Refresher is out on Jenkins though. Double BKB, double Sonic Wave. Now a Hex on Puck. Scythe of Vices to go around. 3 on each team now. BOT's on 8 of the 10 players here.
Okay. My phone just buzzed. The largest gold differential, I think I saw something about was like 27.5k.
Oh my.
And we'll see if we can best that one here.
It does feel a little better for Leviathan now that they have the Rapier, though, I have to admit. Yep. With the Rapier in their hands, it feels almost like a sure thing. I don't know. It's just all about this sniper. His buyback is on cooldown now. They just have to kill him once more, and this game is basically over. Yeah. That's your goal, your target.
It's happened in the past, so in Leviathan's, like there was like a glyph on cooldown or a buyback on cooldown, and they still couldn't transition into a victory off of it.
Roche coming up in 20 seconds. Get an Aegis on this plot.
Yeah, yeah. I guess you drop maybe the Ag Scepter. Sure, the Sonic Wave cooldown's nice, but at this point, it's like wave clear is not the problem.
Yeah, true. Oh, they find a super ranged creep here. There you go.
As your Mjolnir Morphling, he can. I think he still wants to strength morph. That 4.25 second stun is more important than him having a bit of damage and attack speed. He can make up the Agi elsewhere. Well, not even so much as look to make it up, because he wants to be a strength morph, but he can get damage from other ways.
So who actually takes the Aegis here?
I think
all right, so Queen of Pain will actually do it.
Cheese will be Venge, maybe. It doesn't really matter who takes Cheese, to be honest.
They might just leave it. Oh yeah,
sell it. Like
drops his wards.
Who cares?
Yeah,
this Roche pit just becoming a bit of a dumpster of miscellaneous items, even when wards are getting left on the ground.
There's an Aghanim Scepter, a gem. Some pretty serious items there.
Yeah. This is a funky game of Dota 2.
This is atypical Dota.
Morphling sending out the Helm of the Dominated creep to get some scouting information. The late game Helm of the Dominated as like a... You take out Ops wards too fast. Okay, let's dominate one of these super creeps.
Look, the Radiant Courier's just in there just cleaning up the Roche pit. It takes the Ags back home.
That creep was about to deny it, so.
Okay, smoke from LBT. They go into the Dire base. There's your glyph. All right, they force out the glyph. That's a victory for LBT.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now, what do they do? Oh, their middle tower. The one tower they've got left. Creeps pushing in, doing some work here. Jenkins gets assassinated. Come on, Jenkins, just start poking that barracks, buddy. You got this.
They're going to get to the point where they just want to BKB suicide this with the Troll and the Quap both having BKB refresher. 10 seconds of BKB, surely that's enough. Mega Creeps is not going to be the end of the game, though. So
they might just go tier 4s here. They wrap around in the mid. They find MJW. They turn him into a pig, and they fry him up for bacon. Now Crit, hexed up. He'll fall as well. Sniper, BKB on, headed towards the well, but the long-range swap from the Zebra. What a dunk from the Earthshaker. Is it actually enough, though? The Sniper somehow still alive, but the Sonic Wave will finish him off. Queen of Pain lives. The Aegis was used, but walks away with the Rapier. LVT actually might not make it out. Queen of Pain, how did she die?
MJW with the blink. He's got the Rapier now. Morphling.
Uh-oh. But LVT, they want to go straight for the throw, and it doesn't matter. The GGs are called. No buyback on the Sniper or the Shaker. Rapier hits the deck again. 80-minute game. It's Leviathan that comes out ahead. GG. I'll type it that time. What a bloody game that was. eHug finally fall, but boy, did they make Leviathan work for it.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is one of those games where you look at it, it's like a lot of fun, it was super clowny, but you feel like there maybe needs to be some tweaks in the coming patch to make some of the things that we just saw not happen. Like when you've got late games with like 7 refreshes and 4 hexes and all this stuff, and games will still go on with a 40k gold lead. I mean, they had the heroes to put, you have a troll Venge, like that alone should be able to end games with a 40k gold lead, but eHug held strong. There was some great high ground defense, but
it was some good high ground defense, but what a weird series. First game, Leviathan just rolled over him. We're both thinking, oh, maybe this could be a quick series. They look really good. Game 2, eHug put up a much better fight than Game 3. It's just like the immovable object went up against the unstoppable force. It just 80 minutes of Turtle Fest, saving those 2 barracks. But exciting nonetheless. I had a good time. That was fun.
Yeah.
And, well, 2 more teams going home tonight, and that will be the end of eHug. So where does that leave us for America?
Complexity Leviathans will be facing off our 2 winners from today.
And then it's Not Today versus Evil Geniuses in the winter finals. So the winner of that will be qualifying, and then the loser will have to square off against the winner of the next round against either Complexity or Leviathan.
So most likely scenario is Not Today, Complexity, and Leviathans fighting over the second spot with EG qualifying.
Yes.
Most likely.
I think that's probably a pretty bold prediction. EG, they've gone undefeated so far in this tournament, and pretty heavy favorites to do.
They're taking all their games very seriously. As much as they're versing teams that they're much better than, they're taking these games seriously. Once they qualify, they can say, well, I mean, qualify is very easy, but now we can focus on the main event. They got to get through the qualifiers first. So good stuff.
Well, that's it for us tonight, folks. Make sure you follow Beyond the Summit on Twitter to stay up to date with all things happening here for the Summit 3 presented by Gigabyte. And if you want to get in on the fantasy action that we've been talking about so much, go over to Vulcan.com. There's a little button below the stream. And if you sign up, use the code THESUMMIT. So you know that you're part of our party. But until then, we'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. More Summit 3 America continues.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
All right.